Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisherman Blog number 91, and I thought I'd start off today's video talking about the zebra danios. You remember a little while ago I had put a single pair of zebra danios into an aquarium with this great big wad of Java moss, and I left them there for quite a while, and I just let them spawn. And then once I was pretty sure that they had laid enough eggs, I pulled this big wad of Java moss out, and then, as you can see here, started pulling out a lot of the fry. And it has surprised me how many fry that keep coming out of this. There's just tons and tons of them. This is a batch I took out, and I think the next day I took out exactly the same. You're going to see a clip of here in a second. And a week later, I am still pulling them out, and it's just amazing. And this is, remember, this is just from one single pair, and they must have been spawning continuously every day for, well, the entire time that they were in there. They're extremely prolific. And if you remember, I had decided to separate out the parents. I put a group of females together and a group of males together, and then I was going to put them in a tank, again, with that big wad of Java moss as soon as it stops producing fry. And I was going to throw them all in there and get a larger spawn. I'm kind of thinking that this may be a bit of a mistake because they produce an awful lot, and I may not have enough live food for them. And as you can see here, what I've done is I took a tub and put a lot of the culture media in here, and then of course extra hay, and I'm trying to see if I can get larger cultures going. The aquarium is actually working. You can see lots of stuff flitting around in here, but it is also overgrown with a lot of unicellular algae floating in the water, so it's almost impossible to see what's going on. And I think I might try, yeah, here it is here. I think I might try and get away from using green water like this for raising fry. Not because it's bad, it is actually quite good. You can see there's an awful lot of stuff in there, even though it's very, very difficult to see. But it's makes it almost impossible to see how the fry are doing. And I'm going to show you a clip here in a little bit of the tank itself where the fry are, and I actually have to use one of these white containers and dip it down to the tank just so I have some contrast so you can actually see the fry moving around. Again, not a big deal. It does make it difficult to record and show you guys what's going on, and this culture is actually doing really well. I mean, you'll see here in a second once I get this up on here and focus it. There's an awful lot going on in here. There's lots of paramecia, cyclopses, seed shrimp, and there is some daphnia, but the daphnia is not thriving as well as I'd hoped. If it were, I suspect that the green out water would go away pretty fast. But I mean, these things are all in competition with each other. One of the other things I wanted to try is I put some of that green water from one of my other cultures into here to see if this would make it grow better. Basically, the quick answer to that is no. There's nothing extra going on here. Whereas these cultures here are thriving. There's tons of stuff in them, paramecia, like the whole everything, except not as many daphnia as I would like, but that's fine. You can't have everything. So as you can see here, there's lots and lots going on, but like I said, I can't get them to thrive with green water. This is doing extremely well on hay, and I'm fine with that because I can actually see what's going on in the culture. But I think in the spring I might try and get another daphnia culture going. I'm actually very happy with this, and there's so much in the way of food for the smaller fish that I definitely don't want to jeopardize that. So this is the tank. It's a 20 gallon, and I'm going to dip this down in here, and you can see as I move it forward so you can have a bit of contrast. This is just one tiny little section of the tank, and as you can see here, there's an awful lot of zebra danios, and you can see they got nice fat little bellies. That's excellent. I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, there is going to be a drastic age difference from start to finish over a week. But that's all right. I'm not too worried about that. It will be fine. We'll definitely keep giving you updates on that. So if you remember from a short I did in the last week's vlog, I had bought some red crystal shrimp. Now, I had kept them in a little container as I was trying to get out all of the shrimp, I have cherry shrimp, well, originally cherry shrimp, now they're just wild shrimp, out of this tank, and there were hundreds in here. I eventually had to tear down the whole filter system, get everybody out of there, and I really don't like the tank being bare like that, so I went to one of my clients' tanks that I knew that didn't have any shrimp, and I pulled out that nice piece of Java moss that you saw there, and that way there's some plant matter, not just the high humidity planter. And after a day or two, all these guys went right into there, and they're very happy in there, so that's a good thing, because they'll hopefully spawn, and I'll get more of them. And I had a question when I was talking about this last time, why don't I just put them in with my cherry shrimp? And the reason is I'm concerned about competition. I'm not worried about them crossbreeding or anything, but the thing is, the cherry shrimp are so prolific, and they're very good at picking up bits of food and everything else. I mean, this is a small section of one tank that I have, and you can see there's a whole pile of buried females here. There's tons of the shrimp, and I don't think that the red crystals would be as able to compete with them as I'd hope, and I definitely want to give them a chance to breed. They show up better, so they would be better for clients' aquariums. We'll see how it goes. But they first have to start spawning, of course. So that'll be for future videos. I picked these up. They were in last week's vlog, and they are very, very healthy. I'm very happy with these guys, and they are definitely going to go into the gene pool, and we'll see what comes out of it. I had a question from a viewer saying, why don't I do videos on what to look for and how to purchase fish that are healthy? Let me know if you're interested in that. It's a very difficult topic to cover because first off, you have to show what the bad stuff is. So I don't know if there are going to be a whole lot of pet shops that are going to be happy with me wandering around with a camera and showing all the bad things in there. But anyway, just let me know below. We'll figure something out. I thought that this one sprig was going to perish, but it seems to have one good green leaf, and so that means all three of them, I think, are going to survive. And I know I keep saying I'm going to pull plants out of this, but instead I keep adding more plants to it, because I had to prune back, as you can see here, some pothos from one of my clients' tanks. And this is the best place to put it all, so it's just getting worse instead of better. I will, at some point in time, get that stuff outward, out of here at least. Give these guppies some more room. So anyway, that's basically all of the updates for the fish room, except I wanted to talk about this. I know this is not much of a DIY or anything really, it is actually something that I use an awful lot. And it's kind of important, I suppose, to point those out every now and then, because not all DIYs are, beautiful, nice filters, but sometimes they're just useful. This is finally moving forward. I started putting a lot of stuff in here, mostly just tools and plastic bits for work, and as you can see, I have an awful lot of them. And this is actually just a small amount of it. I tried to stuff as much into the drawers as possible, and some of the tools and things I need to work with. There is still a whole other bin of these, and of course I haven't really done much on the fish room side here yet. I did put some of my glassware in here, and I do want to get onto a bunch of other stuff. But a lot of those things are like really tiny, and what I'm going to do is build a couple of small like sorting trays for that, just to keep everything separate. And this is just my larger plastic bits. Look at this. Amazing how much. And one of the funny things about this is, as I was doing this, it was like Christmas. I didn't really realize, hey, I had that. Oh, cool. And sometimes I've bought like 2 or 3 of something, and they just got forgotten and lost. So what I'm going to do now is tear all that down and build a new rack system for holding all my offcuts and like wood and stuff like that. So there you go. It's all nice and bare now. And thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below. Oh, one other thing, of course. I need to redirect my output for the overflow for my tanks. So that's going to go different depending upon how the rack goes, but I'll get to that. So again, thank you very much for watching. Leave comments, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.